Update 6.2 is only a few days away, and DICE recently released the full patch notes. The biggest changes include weapon nerfs and attachment buffs. A Christmas event could also be in the works. We'll be taking a deep dive into all the major improvements and changes in the 6.2 update. Thanks for all the support in the recent videos. Can we get to 500 subs by Christmas? Please consider subscribing. Let's get into the video. The MCS shotgun will now have reduced damage over 25 meters, and the number 4 buckshot ammo type will also have reduced effective range. This should prevent the stupid one-shot kills from happening so often. This shotgun was way too powerful at close to medium range, especially when playing on Redacted. Thank God this is getting nerfed, as the one-shot kill distance felt ridiculous. Well done, DICE. The VHX assault rifle is getting nerfed and will have a decreased starting accuracy and an increased bullet dispersion build-up. The decreased starting accuracy should help reduce that laser beam-like feeling many players have been complaining about. This gun will still be very strong, but you'll have to control the initial recoil more once starting firing. Another good nerf. The final nerf is for the G428 DMR. This was the second Season 6 weapon that was broken on release. DICE have reduced the 2-hit kill range from 40 meters to 20 meters when using standard issue to suit its intended short-range combat style. The high power ammo will also have a 4-shot kill for players over 125 meters. I'm a bit confused why DICE have said it's intended for close-range combat but made it a 4-shot kill over 125 meters using high power. It sounds like DICE have nerfed this weapon into obliteration. They've basically changed everything about the weapon, recoil, accuracy and ammo types. It'll be interesting to see how this weapon feels after the update. Moving on to the weapon attachment changes, the suppressor and subsonic ammo are getting huge buffs that could potentially change the meta once this update goes live. The biggest buffs will come to the suppressors. The light suppressor will keep you off the minimap now from 30 meters and below. The biggest buffs are for the heavy suppressors. Now, if you use the heavy suppressor and subsonic ammo, you'll be off the minimap completely. Both heavy suppressors will also have their damage multiplier and bullet velocity slightly increased. The damage multiplier for the PB heavy suppressor will be increased from 0.85 to 9 and the Type 4 suppressor from 0.9 to 0.95. The increased damage multiplier means that you'll be doing more damage over time over sustained fire, and the bullet velocity increase means that your bullets will be travelling slightly faster. This is a massive buff for all weapons with the suppressor attachment, as it means that the damage will be increased and the bullets will be travelling faster. This could make weapons like the PP29 and the RM64 even more powerful after the update. I'll be making a separate video on this once the update goes live. Moving on to the new air vehicle changes, DICE are creating a new feature that could make helis and jets OP. DICE have been working on something called a computed impact feature. After doing some research about this feature means that air vehicles that fire missiles and rockets will now have a predicted projectile path that will be displayed on the heads-up display. This could mean that if you're in a jet and you're using the Hydra pods, you no longer have to guess where the pods will land. This predicted heads-up display will only be available for distances of 300 meters and below. This is huge and potentially game-changing that could make rocket pods on air vehicles busted. I personally think that this is a really cool feature, as you'll be able to become more accurate when flying vehicles and shooting missiles down to the ground. But I'm sure many players won't like this change, as it lowers the skill needed to use the rockets when flying. Let me know in the comments if you think the predicted projectile path could be a good addition to air vehicles. DICE have also improved the heads-up display for all air vehicles. Both pilot and gunner will now have aim indicators which they can both view at the same time. This should help pilots work with gunners more effectively. A great example of this would be gunning in the attack helicopter. There's a bunch of enemies on the ground, but the pilot is too busy trying to chase down a jet. As the pilot, you'll now be able to see the direction the gunner is facing, helping you both align to the prioritized targets. They've also updated the sticky input on jets when flying using the mouse. Now, there's a lowered elevator response, meaning that the pitch up and down for jets should be a lot easier. Finally, DICE mentioned that there might be a Christmas event coming up soon. They say expect new ways to play, new cosmetic rewards and a mischievous mode. I have a feeling that it's going to be something like the 2021 Christmas event, where there were killer elves and you had to kill the enemy team with candy canes. I guess I'll have to see. The cosmetics could probably be something to do with Santa, reindeers and elves, but to be honest with you, I expect this film from DICE going into Christmas. Those are only the main changes for the 6.2 update, but I've left the link below for the full patch notes, so feel free to check it out. I look forward to sticking the heavy suppressor on weapons once this update comes live. I hope you found this video helpful. If you've come this far, you're an absolute legend. Don't forget to slap up the like button before you leave, and I'll see you on the battlefield. Peace.
Target there! Southwest!
Taking sector Bravo.